Welcome to online teaching. We are discussing chapter first, the rise of nationalism in Europe. This is module 13th. Okay. Now here we will discuss about the Balkan states. Okay. In 12th we discuss about Germany and Marine that were responsible for the freedom of France and Germany here. Okay. Now nationalism and imperialism. This is the last concept that we will be discussing. After that chapter will be over. Now, nationalism, you have read that when a nation or in a nation, the people that are living with common language, common ancestors, common food habits, and they are correlated, or you may say that these peoples, they love their country, have a devotion and wanted to sacrifice their lives when country needs. Here imperialism, it is a condition or a situation. Imperialism means when a country tries to expand his territories with the help of diplomacy or military power. Anyhow, what is there? They want to expand their territory, that may be anyhow. Whatever the circumstances, how it doesn't matter. These types of the imperialism that was found in the early 19th century, or you may say that was the time period when some of the European countries, they were getting free. Okay. Now, they want to expand their empire. Okay. Now, in 1871, some countries were the part of Balkans. That was the area into the eastern side of the Europe. These countries were Bulgaria, Romania, Serbia, Macedonia, etc. These countries were there and they were under the empire of Ottoman. Under the empire of Ottoman. It means this was the country, some of the states were there, some of the countries were there under the Ottoman Empire. Okay. And this Ottoman Empire that was related to Turkey. This was, as we have seen, that in the unification of Greece and other nation, Ottoman Turkey was replaced. So what happened? The liberals or the revolutionaries played an important role in the freedom of Balkan state. In the freedom of Balkan states, the Romanticism, writers, and the past of these countries played an important role. These countries played an important role in the freedom. What happened? These were the countries that were in the eastern side of the Europe. They were very small states in the and even to the part of these that were ruled, that were conquered by Ottoman Empire. Okay. Now what happened? Some of its past, some of its sentiments, role of writers, poets, and other reformers that developed the status of setting the country free. So what happened? Ottoman Empire started to weaken. It means itself, Ottoman Empire was not able to control, and due to this, these Balkan states were free. These Balkan states were free as Ottoman Turkey was not able to control. He was also having some of the problem, and European countries, they were setting them free. So due to these efforts of these Romanticism writers and others, they were set free. Now what happened? These countries were jealous of one another. These countries were jealous of each other. What happened when they got freedom from Ottoman Empire? They were a separate nation. Now what happened? They were jealous. They wanted to conquer, acquire one another territories. They do not want to miss an opportunity to grab others' part of the land, other resources. So due to this, they were jealous. Now what happened during this time period? Some European powers like England, Germany, France, Russia, and Austria. These were some of the countries that were well developing socially as well as in the form of military. Now they were searching for some of the countries that they can invest their production, their resources. They were in a hunt to have some of the markets to consume their production. So due to this, they started to colonize these Balkan states. Now what happened due to these conflicts? Due to the conflicts of Balkan states and these powerful nations, that occurred the result of First World War. Due to these problems, due to these overtaking, to snatch one another territory, that gave an incident, or you may say war, of the First World War. These were conflicts between Balkan states and these European powers. They started to overtake one another, to snatch, to acquire one another territories, and these circumstances forced to have the First World War, that was in 1914.